Good evening, students. I'm very happy to meet you all again in grade 12 business studies. We are in chapter 7, directing. So, directing is the fourth managerial function, and we are discussing it as the 7th chapter in our part A of business studies. Right, children, what is directing? It is a process that involves instructing, coaching, counseling, guiding, supervising, motivating, communicating, so many things. So, as there are so many things, we have constrained them into 4 different elements of directing. Right? What did we do? We are right now discussing about the elements of direction or directing. And what do we have here? We have supervision, we have motivation, we have leadership, and communication. Right. These 4 elements of directing actually brings in all the things related with directing. Our coaching solvom, counseling solvom, guiding solvom, supervising solvom, motivating solvom. So, இது எல்லாமே எதுக்குள்ள கொண்டு வந்துட்டோம்? இந்த 4 elements of direction குள்ள கொண்டு வந்துட்டோம். And what are these? We have supervision. Supervision நம்ம எப்படி பார்த்தோம்? Can be of 2 aspects. That a manager supervises his or her immediate subordinates and give corrections when and where required. That is the first step. And next thing is we have a separate management leader is one who possesses the characteristic of leadership. One who possesses the characteristic of leadership. Right? So what are we doing here? Leadership is the activity of influencing people, okay, to strive willingly to work for the group objectives. Force we should influence people. We should influence in any way. Okay, there are different kinds of leadership, different styles of leadership which we will discuss. ஒரே மாதிரி தான் ஒருத்தர் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் பண்ணணும்னு இல்லை, அதுக்கு வேற வேற மெத்தடாலஜிஸ் இருக்கு. அது வந்து நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம், ஸ்டைல்ஸ் ஆஃப் லீடர்ஷிப்னு சொல்றோம். ரைட்? We cannot actually imagine a big organization without its leader. Right? Our founders நம்ம சொல்றோம், but actually who they are the leaders. What is actually the leaders' work? They are leaders. Okay? So the making of any big organization starts from leadership. Okay? Because they influence us. They don't force us. They influence us to work willingly for group objectives, for the attainment of group objectives. It is set of interpersonal behaviors designed to influence employees to cooperate in the achievement of objectives. What is that? Set of interpersonal what is a set of interpersonal. When we talk about interpersonal, we have one more thing called intrapersonal. Interpersonal skills are very, very important. What are those interpersonal skills mean? Interpersonal means one person to another person. Okay? So interpersonal behaviors for what? Again, to influence only, right? To influence employees to cooperate in achieving the group objectives. Behaviors to influence employees to work towards the organizational objectives. So leadership is the activity. First of all, it's the activity of influencing people. Here people means employees to strive willingly. Through inspiration, we influence them to strive voluntarily, willingly, with their whole heart, committed. Okay? Towards the group objectives. It is a set of interpersonal behavior. நான் சொன்னா என்னோட subordinate கேட்பாங்க, புரிஞ்சுக்குவாங்கன்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம் இல்லைங்களா? That is that interpersonal behavior. That can be good communication, that can be motivation, that can be inspiration, that can be guiding. அந்த என்னவா இருந்தாலும் ஒரு interpersonal behavior. அதுதான் style of leadership discuss பண்ண போறோம். Like it's the power I have over them don't force them. We don't threaten them. We don't force them. We actually say in a very soft way and in a very unthreatening, forceless way, and still your employees are ready to follow your word, then you are a leader. Right? All the great leaders have become like that only. They have, okay? They maintain good interpersonal relationship. It's very, very important. Maintaining what? Not only for leadership. Even we have discussed about supervision. A supervisor should have good interpersonal relationship. We discussed, isn't it? So a leader should maintain good interpersonal relationship. Right? What do they have to have? They should have good interpersonal relationship with all their employees. They should not be biased. Biased, no? Partial. When they are favoring only one person. That should not be there. They should have a good interpersonal relationship with all their employees. Why? Then only they can influence the employees to strive willingly towards the attainment of the organizational goals by motivating them. Again, what comes? Motivation comes here. Right, children? So, based on these definitions, we are just going to discuss the features of leadership as they usually do. So, what is the definition? Leadership is the activity of influencing people to strive willingly for group objectives. Additionally, it is a set of interpersonal attributes or behaviors to influence employees to work towards the group objectives. Okay? They should maintain good interpersonal skills and they should motivate their employees. Okay? It's a non-coercive thing. Okay? We don't force them. We make them to work willingly. So who is a leader, children? A leader is a person who possesses the attributes of leadership. Whatever we said about leadership, he or she possesses all these attributes of leadership, then that person is said to be a leader. As I said already, we have various styles of leadership which we will be discussing in future. Right now, we are moving on to discuss about the features of leadership. And based on the definition, just write what might it be. What is it? First thing, the ability to influence others is about leadership. First thing, what? Influencing people. Okay? It indicates the ability of an individual to influence others. So what is the first thing? The ability to influence. Right, children? What is it? It is the ability to influence. So first thing itself is that they should influence their employees to strive willingly towards the organizational objectives. Second thing, it should try to bring change in others' behaviors. Okay? Try to bring change in others' behaviors. Okay? How can it happen? When they are influential, definitely it's like correcting them. Right? A leader should be able to correct the mistake done by their employee and bring some corrections in the behavior of others as and when required. Okay, because by inspiring them, interpersonal relations. Right, children? So between leaders and followers, this leadership actually indicates the interpersonal relations between the leader and his or her followers. Okay? So the leadership should make sure that it maintains a good interpersonal relationship with all its followers. So interpersonal means between two or more people. Okay. Next thing, exercised to achieve common goals of the organization. Why do we need leadership? To achieve common goals. It should not be for personal goals. A leader using his or her employees for the personal work is not good. They should influence people to strive willingly towards what? The common objective, the organizational goals should be attained there. That is what we discussed. Next thing, of course, leadership is a continuous process. Just like motivation, just like direction, just like supervision, just like all the managerial functions, leadership also is a continuous process. It cannot stop. It keeps going and going and going. Okay? So what are the features of leadership, children? It should have the ability to influence. So leadership is all about the individual's ability to influence others, and leadership, it tries to bring change in others' behaviors and leadership is all about maintaining good interpersonal relationship between the leaders and their followers. And then moving on, it is to achieve common goals. Leadership should be used for what? To achieve common goals, and yes, of course, like direction, like other managerial functions, leadership is also a continuous process. Right? What have we discussed so far, children? What is leadership and who is a leader? So often the importance of leader is set. எப்பவுமே leader எப்படி இருக்கணும், leader importance இதுதான் நம்ம பார்க்கணும். When there is no follower, there is no leader. Right? I should have some people to influence. நான் யாரையும் influence பண்ணணும்னா எனக்கு people வேணும். Who are they? They are my followers. Right? So it is very important. The role of leader is so important. அதே மாதிரி the role of follower is also important. Okay? அவங்களோட skill வச்சு அவங்களோட comfort zone, அவங்களோட talent வச்சு தான் நான் அவங்கள influence பண்ண முடியும். Right? So I know drawing very well. Just for fun. I know drawing very well. I am telling my follower to draw also. If he is not interested or if he cannot draw, if that is not one of his abilities, then I cannot influence him in that way. Yeah? So the followers' skills, the followers' abilities to do things, the followers' interest to do things are also important. Talk about the followers' abilities is also important to talk about what? The leader's role. ஒரு follower எப்படி work பண்றாங்களோ and the follower team spirit, their willingness to learn, their willingness to get influenced, all this makes a leader's success. Okay, so it's not only about leaders, it is about the followers also. So moving on, we are going to discuss about the importance of leadership. Why do we think leadership is important? What are the benefits of leadership to the organization is what we are going to discuss next. Okay? Importance of leadership. It's a key factor in making any organization successful. So what is it? It's very, very important. It's a key aspect. It's a key factor to make any organization difference. This should stay in your mind. Strive willingly. They influence people to strive willingly for common goals, and they should have good interpersonal behaviors to influence people. Is what we are discussing. Now moving on, we are going to talk about the importance of leadership through the benefits. It's also the merits of leadership. What are the merits? What are the benefits of leadership to the organization? First thing, it influences the behavior of the people. First thing is what? Leadership influences the behavior of the people. Right? What does it do? It influences the behavior of the people. And do you think it is required? Yes, because good leaders always produce good results through their followers. So leaders means who will be there? Followers. Leaders are going to influence who? Their followers. So good leaders can influence their followers in a good manner, and they can definitely come out with what? Success. Okay? They can produce good results. Second thing is that they maintain personal relationship with their followers. Okay, it's all about what? Interpersonal relations. Okay, interpersonal relation with employees. Okay, what is it about? It is about interpersonal relation with employees. How is it going to work in a beneficial way to the organization? Because a leader will definitely know about his follower. What are their needs? How do we motivate them? How to satisfy their needs? Everything will be clear to a leader. How can we motivate them? என்ன confidence தேவை? அவங்களை எப்படி develop பண்ணணும்? அவங்களை எப்படி motivate பண்ண எப்படி work பண்ணுவாங்க? என்ன மாதிரி incentives கொடுக்கணும்? இது எல்லாமே லீடருக்கு தெரியும், because he has good interpersonal relationship with his employees, with his workers, subordinates. So this creates congenial work environment. So the employees will feel confident to do their work because of their leaders. Right? Why? They maintain personal relationship and help followers to fulfill their needs. Okay. He provides the confidence, the encouragement, the motivation required for attaining the personal goals as well as the group goals. Yes, group goals are concentration, but still, if the personal goals, the personal needs of the employees are satisfied, definitely it will be motivating for him or her to work in a better way. Next, leader plays a key role in introducing required changes. Okay? Plays a key role in introducing changes. This we are seeing from the beginning of the chapter. Changes, accepting changes, resisting the changes. இதுதான் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கோம் இந்த சாப்டர் ஃபுல்லா. ஸோ ஒரு சேஞ்ச் வரப்போ அதை அந்த எம்ப்ளாயி எப்படி எடுத்துக்க போறாரு? Is he going to accept it wholeheartedly? Ready to learn the change, ready to adapt himself or herself to the change, or move on by resisting it? எனக்கு வேணாம் நான் செய்யல, இந்த மாதிரி செய்யல, I'm going with the old method, because it's in the hands of employees. Right? So a leader can inspire people, can inspire his employees to accept the changes. employees, how to motivate them, how to lead them. You need it. For what? For the success of your organization. Right, children? So what next? A leader handles conflicts effectively and does not allow adverse effects. That is the negative effects. Adverse means negative effects resulting from the conflict. So, என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா they let you to ventilate your feelings. So, when you have good interpersonal relation with your leader, the follower will be ready to tell my opinions. எனக்கு ஒரு problem இருக்கு, எனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் பிடிக்கல, I don't want to fight, but at the same time, I don't want to pile up my feelings. I just want to let it go out of me. அப்படின்னா I have a place to go. And who is that place? Who is the person who is going to listen to me? My leader. என்னோட leader அதை கேட்டு he either accepts or clarifies it in a better way. எனக்கு புரியுற மாதிரி சொல்வார். This is my problem. Okay? So I take it to my leader. What is the work of leader here? Solving conflicts. Understand conflicts, understand problems. Okay? And not let the adverse effect, negative, or an employee, they have personal problem, because of that it is affecting the workspace அப்படின்னா அதோட நெகட்டிவ் எஃபெக்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் மேல வராத மாதிரி இவரே அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை சால்வ் அவுட் பண்ணுவார். Who? The leader. Because he is going to let them to tell out, speak out their opinions, and he clarifies whatever there is, whatever he wants to make a point of. He can sort out the problem and make them work together towards the common goals. Okay? And yes, of course, a leader provides training for the subordinates. And what importantly makes the next leader? Yes, he or she inspires his or her subordinates to take up the leadership attributes, to build it, and they create new leaders. They are not people who are wanting to be the only leaders. நான் இன்னைக்கு leader இருக்கேன்னா நான் மட்டும் leader இல்லாம I want all my subordinates to come to a better position as leaders. Okay? Through my influence I make that happen. So I produce some 10 leaders means I am really a good leader. Isn't it? So he provides training in various things and creates new leaders by training them, by letting them handle situations under the supervision that he has. Okay? So what is that? The benefits of leadership towards any organization are these things. That is, a leader influences the behavior of the people. First thing is what? He influences the behavior of the people. Right? People means for who? Employees. That is really, really beneficial to the organization. And they will be beneficial because he knows his employees very well, and influencing them means motivating them, encouraging them, and everything. Interpersonal relationships. or she provides training for the future and for his or her subordinates and create new leaders so that once they move on, they want the next person to take up their job and follow the same pattern of leadership. Alright, there are different styles of leadership which we will be discussing in the next session. As of now, in this session, we have discussed about what is leadership, right? The definition, and through the definition, we have discussed about the features of leadership, and finally, the benefits to the organization, through which we discuss the importance of leadership. So, what is the definition of leadership? It is the activity of influencing people to strive willingly towards attainment of group goals. Here group goals means what? Organizational goals. And we know that leadership is the process of having interpersonal behavioral characteristics to influence people. Right? Through that, what are the features that we have discussed, children? That leaders should have the ability to influence first thing, and leadership should try to bring change in the others' behavior, other employees' behavior. Leadership helps a person to maintain interpersonal relationships with his or her employees, subordinates, to achieve common goals. They make sure leadership takes everybody's work towards attainment of the common goal, that is the organizational goal, and of course it is a continuous process. Right, children? These are the features of leadership, and of course we have discussed about the importance of leadership. In the next session, we will be discussing about the qualities of a good leader and the leadership styles of leadership. Right, children? So, in the next session, we will be talking about what? Qualities of a good leader, how a good leader should be, or who can be called a good leader, how to make yourself a good leader is what we are going to discuss in the next session. Till then, I want you to go through everything about leadership, try to understand the concept, answer the worksheet. If at all you have any doubts, please feel free to reach me out and get your doubts clarified.